Law vs Kid will be absolutely one-sided, and I'm going to show to you how. What's up guys, Vega Pieces here, and in today's video I decided to end one of the most controversial debates in the One Piece community again. With the recent chapter of Kid and Law going toe to toe with the Yonkos, Blackbeard and Shanks, it's come to my attention that Law vs Kid is a huge debate in the One Piece community. So the question at hand is, what would happen when the captain of the Heart Pirates, Walter D. Law, goes up against the captain of the Kid Pirates, Eustace Captain Kid? As always, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a thumbs up or thumbs down, and also watch until the very end. So let's start off with Trafalgar D. Law and scale him now due to his Devil Fruit awakening from the Big Mom fight to him now 1v1ing Blackbeard. Let's go over Law's strength feats, and one of the most notable strength feats he has comes from his Devil Fruit, as that time where he was able to cause a marine warship to be in the air due to the usage of the OP no Mi back in Punk Hazard. And while that may not be as big of his feats as it is, it's certainly a remarkable feat that he has done, considering the marine ships are tens of times bigger than the ships in the real world, and also his fruit is based on his stamina, so basically he's picking up a marine ship with no difficulty, which says a lot about his strength. Another tremendous strength feat Law has done was cause a cut on Punk Hazard Island, which is tremendously a huge feat for Law, as the island is 10 times the size of a normal island. This was done when Law was fatigued against the full Buso Haki Virgo, which is something to say. Now, let's move on to Law's moveset, and one of his notable attacks is Gamma Knife. And this attack is where he uses a green knife and then impales the person he's attacking. And why this attack is so overpowered is because it destroys the inside of the person getting hit with the attack without causing any external damage. So basically, imagine getting grinded in the inside. Painful as hell, but that's not even the strongest attack he has displayed in the One Piece manga, as he has awakened his Devil Fruit, which grants him more attacks. And the one attack I wanted to talk about is Antithesis, and this attack is one hell of an attack, as this was the same move he used against Big Mom and was able to fatally damage her, which is a big feat as he was able to bypass Big Mom's durability, meaning it's one hell of an attack that Law is able to use. Now, let's talk about his speed feat, and this is where it gets complicated, as his fruit literally grants Law teleportation, so his speed is off charts. But now, let's ignore his fruit's abilities and teleportation. Law was able to hit Kaido with his injection shot, and then block Kaido's attack afterwards, which shows Law's reaction speed and his speed. Kaido's attacks are near light speed, which makes Law's speed near light speed level. He was also able to dodge and block Big Mom's homie's attacks, which would make him relativistic in speed, which is also good as well. So now let's get into Law's durability, and as we know, Law is very durable, as he was able to survive a hit against Kaido, which is notably good. He has also tanked a heavily fire from Big Mom, as well as a 10-man Daijin Tenjin strike from Zeus, which has the most souls from Big Mom, which makes Law durable as hell. So now we have gone into Law's casual feats, we have to get into his notable weaknesses, and one of his big weaknesses is his stamina. When he uses his awakened Devil Fruit, he gets way too tired quickly, making him an easy target. This was shown after he used Antithesis on Big Mom and told Kid he doesn't use his awakened fruit too much due to his body not being able to handle the fruit for long periods of time, making it a big flaws of Laws. Get it? Flaws of Laws? Oh okay, just ignore that. Also, on top of his low stamina, his fruit isn't useful against a person who has a stronger Haki than him, making the fruit useless in battle of someone with greater Haki. This makes Law practically useless against anyone with bigger Haki than him, as he always depends on his fruit, and his Haki isn't as high as Luffy's Haki, so that is a big weakness Law needs to conquer, if he's gonna become a Yonko in the future, or not. But with all that said, I have scaled Law, and now it's time to move on to Captain Kid of the Kid Pirates and scale him now. So now let's scale Kid from his fight in Wano all the way to Shanks in Elbaf and explain how he is not a fraud in his clash with Shanks. First, let's get over with Kid's strength feats, and his strength feats are very bizarre feats. Able to damage Big Mom with his Cognac attack, and was also able to deal heavy damage to Kaido with his Punk Vice. One of the most notable feats that he was able to do was be able to damage his soul amplified Big Mom with his awakened Devil Fruit, which made Big Mom severely damaged, as well as force her to use her lifespan to heal herself, which says something about Kid's attacks. He was also able to take on Big Mom and our homies off screen and came out victorious against their homies, as well as being able to fend off Big Mom for the time being. On top of that, his Punk Rotten transformation makes him comparable to Gear 4 Luffy in terms of power, which means he's probably stronger than Kaikuri in terms of power as well, which is pretty good for his strength feats. Even though we weren't able to see this in the manga, Kid was also stated to be able to deal heavy damage and cause casualties to Shanks' fleet, as Shanks saw it in the future, which led him to use his Commissary, or Divine Departure, against Kid, as he saw Kid as a threat, which is a very good feat that Kid displayed. But we never got to see this happen, as it happened in Shanks' future sight, which doesn't make Kid a fraud, but is recognized as a threat to Shanks. Now, onto Kid's durability feats. He was shown to take many attacks from Kaido and Big Mom that left him incapacitated, but was able to shrug it off and come back stronger at them. He was also able to tank an internal attack from Hawkins during his fight against Big Mom, but he was able to go back to his normal fighting conditions after Killer dealt with Hawkins, which is very good in general for Kid's durability. But now let's move on to Kid's awakened Devil Fruit feats. And one of the best feats he was able to do with his fruit was able to make a huge laser from scrap parts around the castle that was able to damage a soul amplified Big Mom, which is an extraordinary feat by the least. He was also able to take down Big Mom with the help of Law and shoot her all the way down from the castle into the sea with his laser, which is a huge feat that he was able to accomplish with random scrap parts on the floor. He was also able to make a mini planetary devastation kind of attack on Big Mom and cause her to be able to go into a soul amplified state as well, which means that Big Mom recognizes them as a threat as well. So now we have explained Kid's feats and what he's able to accomplish with random scrap parts and his fruit, the Juki Juki no Mi. It's now time to explain his weaknesses, and his weaknesses are pretty much the same as Law, but he has one huge flaw with his awakened Devil Fruit. And that is that it takes way too much time to create his machines, and that is why Shanks was able to see Kid create his laser that was able to damage Shanks' fleet and react to it quickly, taking him out with a Commissary. This is one huge flaw that Kid needs to develop on and find a way to overcome his weakness of his, or it will become his downfall, just like is shown in the manga. With that all said, I have scaled both of these fires to their absolute maximum, and now it's time to decide the winner between Kid and Law, and the winner is, drumroll, it is Law. And before you start harassing me in the comments, please keep in mind that both of these characters have proper flaws to them, but it's Kid's flaw that makes him lose this round, and it's because of his huge weakness that overshadows his victory against Law, and that is his strongest moves take way too much time to charge up. So in a 1v1, always bet on Law, but if it's a 3v3 or 2v2, Kid may just win because he'll be able to charge his attack now that he has someone to protect him. Just like how he and Law were able to beat Big Mom, because Law was holding off Big Mom for the time being. If they really do fight, it would probably be a high extreme difference, and Law would win that, but it's not like he's gonna get out of there without consequences or damage. But all in all, Law is the overall winner of this matchup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as both Kid and Law are one of my favourite characters in One Piece, and I also hope this video comes out well to my viewers. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe, as I really appreciate that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!